What can I eat? That noise, that.
No.
All right. Wait. Oh. Okay. Thank you, Jimmy. Oh, is it recording now? Okay. All right. I have some more faces out there. I'll try to get everybody's name, even older siblings. And a one, and two, and a. Hello, everybody. So glad to see you. Hello, everybody. So glad to see you too. Hello to Jerry, aka Audrey. So glad to see you. Hello to Pikachu. So glad to see you too. Hello to Baronetta. So glad to see you. Hello to Stinky Toilet. That's Billy. So glad to see you too. Hello to Calvin. So glad to see you. Hello to Hollis Race Car. So glad to see you too. Hello to Lightning McQueen. So glad to see you. Hello to Edmund. So glad to see you too. Hello to Franny Sophia. So glad to see you. Hello to Henry. So glad to see you too. Hello to Izumi. That's your car. So glad to see you. Hello to Super Penguin. So glad to see you too. Hello to Jelly Donut with a cat eating it. So glad to see you. Hello to Butterfly sliding on a rainbow. So glad to see you too. Hello to Lincoln. So glad to see you. Hello to David Bowie. So glad to see you too. Hello to Tifu Mizumi. So glad to see you. Hello to Lucy. So glad to see you too. Hello to Luna. So glad to see you. Hello to Potato. So glad to see you too. Hello to a unicorn. That's me. So glad to see you. Hello to Louis McGee. So glad to see you too. Hello to Thomas the Train. So glad to see you. Hello to another sticky toilet. That's Odysseus. So glad to see you too. Hello to Shay. So glad to see you. Hello to Sophia Franco. So glad to see you too. Hello to Stella. So glad to see you. Hello to Birdie. So glad to see you too. Hello to Zed. So glad to see you. Now some alumni. Hello to a snowball. So glad to see you. Hello to Ethan. So glad to see you too. Hello to Henry, Bernie's brother. So glad to see you. Hello to Gabe. So glad to see you too. Hello to Shy. So glad to see you. Hello to Lydia. So glad to see you too. Hello to Mia. So glad to see you. Hello to who else did I see up there? Oh yeah. Hello to Eon. So glad to see you too. Hello to Pascal. So glad to see you. Hello to Jasper. So glad to see you too. Hello, everybody. Oh yeah. Hello to baby Jerry. So glad to see you. Hello, everybody. We're so glad to see all right, I hope I didn't miss anybody. Please let me know if I did. I have a list going now of all the people and their names. Also, if you want a silly name, some of you don't have one yet. Like Calvin doesn't have one. Emmett, Henry, Lincoln, Lucy, Luna, Mateo. You don't have a silly name, Mateo. What's going on? Stella, Birdie, Zeb. Oh shoot, did Birdie have one now? I forgot. Anyway, if you want one, let me know. Have your mama or daddy call or text me, and I will sing the silly name. All right, story time. Move this camera a little bit. That. And I have 2 books today. Hopefully I have enough time. I'll do Olivia first. It seems like kids, I was reading this a while back at school. Some kids really like this because it was scary, I guess, because of the lightning. And it's called Olivia and the Missing Toy. All right. This one is written by Ian Falconer. And I guess he did the drawings as well because there's just one person listed there. Come on. All right. Here we go. Right there. That was good. One day, Olivia was riding a camel in Egypt. And that's Cairo, I believe, where the pyramids are. And the Sphinx there. That's a real place. And she's riding on a camel. But then her mother woke her up. So, it was a dream. Time to get up, sweetie pie. Remember, you have soccer this morning, she says. Olivia's uniform comes in a really unattractive green. So her soccer jersey and uniform is green. I guess her team is the green team. And I don't think she likes that. Jimmy, can you find my glasses maybe? I think they might be on the 3-corner cabinet. Mommy, can you make me a soccer shirt like this one right here that I drew, please? She drew a picture of a shirt. And her mom says, but then you'll look different from everybody else on the team. Explained to her mother, you won't be green anymore. And she says, that's the whole point. I don't want to be green. I don't like green. And I'm going to switch over to my old person glasses. All right. When Olivia came home from practice, her mother was working on the shirt. She's at the sewing machine. Ugh, out of the picture. Sorry about that, guys. It's down a little. Oh, what do I do? Jimmy, I did something wrong. Anyway, oh yeah, she's sewing on the sewing machine. How come I'm not the main picture? I'm viewing Henry. Oh, there we go. Oh yeah, she said, is it done yet? Not yet, her mother said. So Olivia waited, and she waited some more. She's getting kind of bored. And she waited some more. She's laying on the ground. She's waiting so long until she was too exhausted to wait any longer, and she walked away. So she went out to play with the cat. And she has a double baby stroller. One side is her toy cat, I guess that's a toy, and the other side is a real cat. Oh my gosh, the cat doesn't look like it likes it. And then a little bit later, her mom comes out and she says, look, darling, it's all done, said her mother. I made your red soccer shirt. But something was missing. And Olivia looks around and she says, wait a second. And then she asks her mom, where's my toy? So if we go back, I think I did this before. If we go back, there's the toy, right? That's the one she's talking about. It's up on the bed, right? And that's when her mom showed her the shirt, but she's not looking at it. She's still looking at her book. So then she looks over, toy's gone. She's like, where's my toy? To her mama. And then she says it again in bigger letters. She says, where's my toy? It was right there on the bed. I just put it there. I remember exactly. That's my best toy. I need it now. Somebody took my best toy. She's getting upset. Olivia looked everywhere. She looked under the rug. Nice Navajo rug there. She also looked under the sofa. She must be really strong because she picked up a whole couch. She looked under the cat. Not there. Then she asked her little brother, Ian, this guy here. She said, what did you do with my toy, Ian, you little brother? She thinks maybe he took it. But I don't think he did because he just doesn't say anything. Then she asked her baby brother, William, even smaller brother, younger one there. She said, what did you do with my toy, William? And William doesn't know how to talk yet, so he says, whooshy gaga.
That which means I don't have it. And now it's nighttime, right? Dark on this page. That night, and it was a dark and stormy night. Lightning. Olivia was practicing her piano. And she heard, let's see. Oh yeah, she heard an awful sound. Like, I don't know what it sounded like maybe like or something. I'm not sure. The sound got louder and louder. It was horrible. And it was coming from behind the door. There's a door right here. It's hard to see in the picture. There it is. So, of course, Olivia went inside to see what the horrible noise was. And that was when she saw it. It was dun dun dun. Look at that big shadow. Looks like a big, I don't know, monster kind of. But if you open the hidden page, it was the dog. Oh, see if I can get that in the picture. Her dog. And he chewed her toy all to bits. He broke it into pieces. He looks pretty happy though. He looks like a happy dog. Then she came into the, looks like the kitchen there. She said, Mommy, Daddy, it was Perry's, cried Olivia. He took my best toy and he chewed it into bits, and now it's wrecked. I'm sorry, sweetie pie, said her mother, but doggies do like to chew, and he didn't know it was your toy. And she said, it was my best toy, and she's crying. She's like, got all the pieces there. She's bummed out. Don't worry, said Olivia's father. Tomorrow we'll go get you the very best toy in the whole world, says the dad. And the mom's kind of like, I don't know about that parenting style. And, oh, thank you, Daddy. I love you more than anyone. And now the mom definitely doesn't like that. She's like, what? Favorites are not cool. Still, it was Olivia's best toy. So she decided to fix it. She got needle and thread. She's sewing the pieces back on. And she added a bow for extra beauty on top. All better. But you look at it, it's not quite quite right. I guess it's close enough though. So then she has her jammies on. I think it's almost bedtime. And she says, only books about cats tonight, Mommy, because she's still kind of angry at the dog. And she looks at the dog who does not know what's going on. And she has a thought bubble. And it's a picture of a dog with a red circle, a slash. That means no dogs. But even Olivia couldn't stay mad forever, because after she went to bed, she slept with the dog and her toy that got broken, but she fixed it. And that is the end. That's pretty short, huh? All right. I might have time for Hot Wheels race car today. I think there's a timer on here somewhere. All right. Next book I got today is called Green Wilma Frog in Space. This is a very cool book written by Ted Arnold. And this is the book the right side up. If you see the words, that's the way they're supposed to go. But Wilma's upside down. So if you go like this, there she is. You see her? She's a frog. And I see the fly already. The fly. All right, let's get started. Here's the beginning of this story. It goes like this. One morning, Wilma woke up to hear a buzzing in the sky. And it's a little fly. She's on a log in a pond there. She hears the buzz. And frogs like to eat flies, right? So she hopped into the air to catch the tasty little fly. But now the buzzing sound is much louder. You see this? The letters, are bigger. Right here, the letters are sort of kind of big. Zzz. Over here, much bigger. Zzz. That's because it's not the fly buzzing, it's this thing over here. Zzz. So she jumps to catch the fly. There's her feet going out of the picture. And coming into the picture, it's a big, giant spaceship. Zzz. I think it's going to land on the pond or close to the pond. An alien family landed because they needed water for their ship. So there's the spaceship. There's the mom and dad. Ooh, going the wrong way. Mom and dad. And a kid is coming out of that hole there to play, I guess. An alien child came out to play, and he took a little dip in the pond. So he got out of his spacesuit, and there's his little zapper gun thingy, and he's swimming. And if you noticed, he's blue, but he looks really similar to Wilma. So here's Wilma over here, hopping, trying to catch that fly. And there's a spaceship. And now she's hopping this way, trying to catch that fly. Still hasn't caught it yet. Finally, Wilma's breakfast landed on the ground. Right here, close to this guy. I think his name is Bluger. So there's the fly. She wants to catch it still. And carefully, she crept up, trying not to make a sound. So she's trying to sneak up on the fly. And now Bluger is going out of the picture. I guess he's swimming away, but he left his spacesuit right there. So she's right next to the spacesuit. She's actually touching it. And, oh, I'm sorry. And up here, coming out of the spaceship are some little words. It says, "Time to depart, sweetheart." So that's the alien family telling their kid, we gotta go. We got all the water we need. It's time to go. Suit up for takeoff. So the robot arms grab Wilma on accident. They grab the wrong person, and they're gonna put her in the spacesuit. Suddenly the spaceship plucked her up and into the air, squished her into the suit, put on the helmet, brought her into the spaceship. It pulled her in, and then it rose and flew away from there. So she's inside now, and there goes the spaceship. And there is the alien kid saying, "Wait, Mama, Daddy, come back." And there is Wilma in the spaceship flying away from the planet. Wow. That's what our planet looks like if you're on the moon or something. Poor Wilma at the window watched her little pond retreat. That means go away in the distance. But then she heard her favorite words, "Time to eat." So there's an alien mom saying it's I don't know, lunchtime maybe. And the mom says, "I fixed your favorite, Martian bugs," the alien mother said. So they eat bugs, I guess, these aliens. And here comes a robot. This is very important later on. Here's their little spaceship robot. And he says, "Fresh earth water. Who wants water?" And the mom says, "But you can't eat until I take this helmet off of your head." And then she says, "Eek!" Because she looks at what she thinks is her kid, and her kid is all green, not blue. They're blue, right? This one's green, and she thinks something's wrong with her kid. And the robot says, "Pond water, anyone?" It must have been the pond water that turned our poor little Bluger green, says the mom. So she thinks it was swimming made her kid who's blue turn into green, but it's actually not her kid, right? Just get some rest while we turn on the Health-O-Mat machine. So they put her in a little hospital bed on the spaceship, and this machine, it's like a robot doctor, I guess. So robot doctors tried to find out what the problem was. They looked in her eyeballs, shined a light, pulled something out of her nose, looked in her mouth, took a swab of her tongue, checking her temperature over here over the fingers, blood pressure, everything. They're checking everything, even her brain waves. And only Wilma noticed a familiar little buzz. Bzz. Guess who also came into the spaceship? The fly. And then, this is important, there's this printout here. The machine does a printout of her, I don't know, Wilma's like health signs. And the robot says, "Very strange," that the readout doesn't look right. So Wilma chased the fly all around the room, and the robot saying, "Data indicates," that means the printout is saying something to me. And she went out into the ship to chase the fly all around. And then the robot says, "An alien being. This is not Bluger. This is some other creature from another planet." She hopped across the flight controls, still chasing the fly. She hit the levers on accident, and that's going to make the ship go crazy. And all things began to tip. They went upside down. The whole ship went upside down. The spaceship went from warp speed, which is really, really fast, into boogie woogie drive, going faster. It went past some weird desert planet. And then it bounced off planets and circled around stars and then fell into a dive. So it went, bang, and now it's going to dive. Oh! Green Wilma grabbed the nearest thing and held on tight. So if you see this stick here, she grabbed the stick, and one in this direction says going forward. This direction says reverse. She hit reverse on accident, and the ship flew back the way it came, and her home rose into sight. So it came back to the planet Earth there. Back at Miller's Pond, poor Bluger hid inside a tree. He looked very sad, I think because he's missing his mommy and daddy. And this little like salamander, I think it is, says, there, it's gonna be okay, dude, I'll help you. And but when he heard a sound that he knew, that's like a, what do you call it? Flying saucer sound. He hopped outside to see what it was. And he goes out of the tree, looks in the air, and he sees his mom and dad's spaceship. And he's very excited. Overhead, the aliens booted Wilma out the door. Get the boot, kicked her out, which she's kind of glad. She's glad to be back home. And they pick up Bluger with the other robot arm. And they picked up little Bluger and departed with a roar. She splashes in the pond. They go away. Green Wilma felt quite certain that it had all just been a dream. So she's like, wow, that was so weird. That must not have been real because it's too crazy. But if you see this thing over here, she sees it. No way has she gone up in space, she thought, as real as it might seem. But then she has a question mark over her head and she sees the little ray gun, I think it is. But what exactly was this thing that shot a pretty beam, she says. So now she found it, hit the button, it's a ray gun, shooting away, trying to get that fly still, but she missed. And that is the end. Yay for Green Wilma. Ooh, it's kind of late already. All right, shoot, I don't know what time I started, but I better get, I'm gonna try to see if I have time for Hot Wheels race car and then the Goodbye song, I guess. Hopefully I don't run out of time. All right. Please sing along at home. Hot Wheels, I know you guys all know it. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hot Wheels race car. 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 When you're going around the turn, your wheels, they might get burned. When you go on the straightaway, you gotta hit the gas. Hot Wheels race car. 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 All right, looks like I have 10 minutes, so that's good. More than enough time for the goodbye song. Like I said, I saw a lot of faces out there. I'll try to get everybody, including alumni children. And oh yeah, if kids are wondering what is the order that I'm singing in, it's alphabetical. I'm going by your first name by the alphabet. So A's are first, and then B names, and then C, and then D, and then E, and so on. All right, here we go. Goodbye, Audrey. Goodbye, Audrey.
soon. Goodbye, Declan. Goodbye, Declan. Goodbye, Declan. We'll see you real soon. Goodbye, Elijah. Goodbye, Elijah. Goodbye, Elijah. We'll see you real soon. Goodbye, Emmett. Goodbye, Emmett. Goodbye, Emmett. We'll see you real soon. Goodbye, Franny. Goodbye, Franny. Goodbye, Franny. We'll see you real soon. Goodbye, Henry. Goodbye, Henry. Goodbye, Henry. We'll see you real soon. Goodbye, Karu. Goodbye, Karu. Goodbye, Karu. We'll see you real soon. Goodbye, Isabella. Goodbye, Isabella. Goodbye, Isabella. We'll see you real soon. Goodbye, Josie. Goodbye, Josie. Goodbye, Josie. We'll see you real soon. Goodbye, Cora. Goodbye, Cora. Goodbye, Cora. We'll see you real soon. Goodbye, Lincoln. Goodbye, Lincoln. Goodbye, Lincoln. We'll see you real soon. Goodbye, Llewyn. Goodbye, Llewyn. Goodbye, Llewyn. We'll see you real soon. Goodbye, Lucas. Goodbye, Lucas. Goodbye, Lucas. We'll see you real soon. Goodbye, Lucy. Goodbye, Lucy. Goodbye, Lucy. We'll see you real soon. Goodbye, Luna. Goodbye, Luna. Goodbye, Luna. We'll see you real soon. Goodbye, Mateo. Goodbye, Mateo. Goodbye, Mateo. We'll see you real soon. Goodbye, Mila. Goodbye, Mila. Goodbye, Mila. We'll see you real soon. Goodbye, Mila. Goodbye, Mila. Goodbye, Mila. We'll see you real soon. Goodbye, Noah. Goodbye, Noah. Goodbye, Noah. We'll see you real soon. Goodbye, yes. Goodbye, yes. Goodbye, yes. We'll see you real soon. Goodbye, Shay. Goodbye, Shay. Goodbye, Shay. We'll see you real soon. Goodbye, Sophia. Goodbye, Sophia. Goodbye, Sophia. We'll see you real soon. Goodbye, Stella. Goodbye, Stella. Goodbye, Stella. We'll see you real soon. Goodbye, Birdie. Goodbye, Birdie. Goodbye, Birdie. We'll see you real soon. Goodbye, Sam. Goodbye, Sam. Goodbye, Sam. We'll see you real soon. Goodbye, Ethan. Goodbye, Ethan. Goodbye, Ethan. We'll see you real soon. Goodbye, Henry Horn. Goodbye, Henry. Goodbye, Henry. We'll see you real soon. Goodbye, Sophia Sarah. Goodbye, Sophia Sarah. Goodbye, Sophia Sarah. We'll see you real soon. Goodbye, Shy. Goodbye, Shy. Goodbye, Shy. We'll see you real soon. Goodbye, Lydia. Goodbye, Lydia. Goodbye, Lydia. We'll see you real soon. Goodbye, Dion. Goodbye, Dion. Goodbye, Dion. We'll see you real soon. Goodbye, Dion. Goodbye, Dion. Goodbye, Dion. We'll see you real soon. Goodbye, Jasper. Goodbye, Jasper. Goodbye, Jasper. We'll see you real soon. Goodbye, Pascal. Goodbye, Pascal. Goodbye, Pascal. We'll see you real soon. Goodbye, Gabe. Goodbye, Gabe. Goodbye, Gabe. We'll see you real soon. Goodbye, Izumi. Goodbye, Izumi. Goodbye, Izumi. We'll see you real soon. Goodbye, baby Jerry. Goodbye, baby Jerry. Goodbye, baby Jerry. We'll see you real soon. All right, thanks again, everybody, for coming this Thursday. I will see you again tomorrow. I miss you all very, very much. And yeah, let me know about the silly names, guys. If anybody out there wants one, including, alumni kids, little kid, whoever, just let me know. And I'll write those down on my sheet of paper. And I think I'm going to end the meeting now. I'm just about over time. Thank you very much. And if you missed any of the circle times, I'm trying to put those, or I am putting those on YouTube, and they'll be there on my YouTube account. Bye, everybody. See you later.